I'm Tisha.
I'm Loren.
And this is the Open Booked Podcast. Today, we're talking about the Under the Mistletoe Collection of 5 books by Ali Hazelwood, Tessa Bailey, Olivia Dade, Alexandria Bellefleur, and Alexis Daria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of books to cover today, friends.
Yeah. Luckily, they're all cute little novellas that I think I finished 3 in one day, like in the afternoon, and then the other 2 the next morning. Like, they're quick and easy.
Yeah, me too, within 24 hours for sure.
Yeah.
I listened to them, which we haven't talked about this yet, so this might be, I think maybe if we did, we didn't get into it. If you have Kindle Unlimited, some of the books,
Yes.
are Audible's audio is included without having Audible.
Yes.
So all 5 of these are through Kindle, which I think is interesting. The only complaint I'm having right now is I have Audible and Kindle Unlimited, and my libraries are discombobulated. So all these books popped up on my Kindle that I'd already read on Audible or listened to on Audible. So I had to clear out my Kindle, which storage, So anyways, that's my only complaint, but I'm loving the more audio options. So if anyone has Kindle Unlimited, be on the look. They'll have the headphones like this next to the picture, and that means it has an audiobook for free with it. Yes, we love audiobooks.
Yes. It's just so easy to multitask listening to an audiobook.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can, a day without calls at work, I can listen to a whole book. Short books, you can listen to a couple maybe, or really long ones in a couple of days. So, and your speed will pump up. I made a TikTok I'm pretty proud of about about audiobooks, but I accidentally pressed play out loud at work the other day. Thank God it wasn't at a part because it was not a book you should hear out loud at work, especially as the manager. So yeah, luckily they couldn't understand anything anyways. They were like, Loren, is that an error, or is that how fast you listen? And I was like, yeah, that's legit. And one of them was like, that's psychopath behavior. So that had me thinking, what's something you do that's psychopath behavior? And I think us book people is root for the morally gray men, listen to our books at crazy speeds, also listen to books and then immediately finish and can't tell you shit about it. Those are all okay, kind of gives off psychopath, but I'll take it.
Or the listening to smut in public and having no reaction. You just look like you're bored.
Yep, stone cold facial expressions. Yeah.
That's not me though, because I'm like, what?
Sometimes I'm like, what? With what? In where?
Yeah.
No, sometimes I'm pretty cool about it, and then sometimes I'm like, I look around, pause, make sure you can't hear it out loud. Can anyone else hear this shit? Take a headphone out, make sure it pauses. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. So, anyways, what are you reading now?
Psycho Shifters. Haley has been telling me literally once a week for the last 3 weeks, you have to read this. Just do it. It's quick. It'll help you hit your goal. And it's a whole series. So Psycho Shifters is the first one in the series. And yeah, that's what I'm starting today. So
nice.
We'll see.
I read A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens because I decided I've always kind of I went through this teenage middle school phase after Twilight where I wanted to be I thought I would be interesting by reading old books. You know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it. Literary, I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I have read all of the Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen, Bronte, Charlotte Bronte, the classics, those kind of stuff, right? But I never read A Christmas Carol, and it's around that time of year. And And so I was like, it's super fucking short and not a lot of detail. I was like, okay, Charles Dickens, I know you're like a goat, but the movies definitely embellish, okay? Because there's not a lot of substance to it. I clicked on it, it was like 2 hours. I'm like, for the full book? At my speed, obviously. So it's probably like a 4-hour book. I think I was listening on, I had to slow it down. I think I was listening on 2.5. And I was like, 2 hours? This is like one of the GOAT classic books. So the stories, obviously everybody knows the story, goes to Christmas past, present, future.
Yeah.
Tiny Tim, all that shit. But it's not a lot of detail, honestly. In my opinion, it wasn't a lot of detail. So I think it's interesting that the movies have taken this like core storyline and made, because there's like musicals. There's that Matthew McConaughey movie, Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. That's a great movie, by the way. Yeah. Where they all have like the base of this same story.
What was the book we just recently read that was like, I feel like Tiny Tim because, please sir, may I have another?
I want to say it was the Grinch one. Or was it one of these 5?
I don't know. I don't know if it's that or if it was like Tangled in Tinsel.
It was Entangled in Tinsel.
Maybe.
We've read so much Christmas porn, dude.
So much.
So much Christmas porn. Yeah. It's one of the 7 we're discussing right now. No, it was Tangled in Tinsel, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, and I don't know what I'm going to start reading next. Since I read that classic, I'm getting back to my literary phase where I want to every once in a while throw in like a classic author. These pretty books that are behind me, it's like a collection of the 100 greatest books of all time. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know who decides that. Because you and I can read the same book and have opposite opinions. I feel like we pretty well have the same taste, but there's certain things that you like more than me, and I like certain things more than you. That's normal. So who decides what the 100 greatest books are? I don't know. But I thought maybe I'll throw one of those in every now and then just to, culture myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm about to start something. I don't know what, but I decided to do an oldie. I'll figure it out.
Sometimes.
Yeah, because we're about to, in a couple weeks, start diving in. Actually, I'll probably start our next book. The Mrs. Claus and the Nightmare Before New Year's.
Oh,
Is that our next one? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll probably start that one. Get ahead of the game with my notes.
Yeah.
What are you doing for New Year's?
Probably nothing. I'm too old to go out.
Since we quit throwing parties, we don't do anything.
Yeah.
You guys used to come to our house.
Yeah.
And since we quit throwing so here's the deal. We were throwing Halloween. Somebody else was doing New Year's. You guys would usually do like Friendsgiving, Christmas, right?
Yeah.
And it got to where you guys were building your house. We moved to a new house that's very small, so we don't have like 30 plus people parties anymore. All of our get-togethers are like 8, 10, 12 tops.
Yeah.
We don't want like 30 weirdos in our house anymore. No offense if you were one of the weirdos that came to our parties back then. And then with the other friend couple quit throwing New Year's. Mm-hmm. Or they're throwing it and none of us are invited anymore. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I was never invited to this, so.
Oh! Well, we know that I'm now the outcast of. I love how we're having this conversation. No names were shared, and we know who we're talking about. I'm the problem now. So, we've figured that out through some trial and error. So yeah, we went out one year for New Year's, and there was that bar, downtown Rogers, and it's closed now, but it used to be called Moonbrook, and then someone bought it out and called it the Shire, and it was very similar vibes. It's like 3 stories, there's pool tables, there's multi-bars. They would always have like 4 big events, which we went there for St. Pat's too. They would always have a DJ and do like bingo or themed nights or whatever for holidays, and it was so fun, but they closed. And I honestly want to find some place like that you can go to for like St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, just like shit like that to just go and just hang out with your friends. Because I don't really feel like downtown Bentonville does a lot of stuff, but it's either like super family friendly or it's like bougie as fuck. And I need like a dive bar situation that does that. I'm a dive bar girl.
Like comfy clothes, just sit around and have fun.
Oh yeah, you guys went with us there for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
because I remember
Levi's. Levi's is good, and it's close to you.
They don't do stuff like that. Yeah, they don't do like the themed stuff. But that night that you guys came for St. Patrick's Day, do you remember what I did to Jeremy?
No.
Okay, so my husband wears flannels all the time. Jeremy, I don't know if he wears flannels all the time. I don't see him that often. But this night, he was wearing a flannel. I was toasted. And Jeremy said, I walk up behind him and like rubbed his, and I'm like, oh fuck, you're not my husband. Then I went to Tisha and was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And she thought it was fucking hilarious. I'm red now. I was so embarrassed. I was so toasted.
I don't even remember that.
You don't even remember? I think you had been drinking too. It was
a little bit.
Yeah, no, it was one of those that we were doing the bingo and you had to go and you had to take a picture with the leprechaun. You had to do, that was so fun. See, and that place closed. See, we need shit like that.
Yeah.
Just once in a while, not all the time, go do some adult fun and then go home. Moral of the story, I don't have any plans for New Year's either. I asked Jesse what he wanted to do and he's like, sit on my couch. And I was like, bet, we'll be playing Call of Duty. Got it.
Yeah, Jeremy will probably be doing the same, and I'll probably be listening to a book downstairs or watching something, and then go to bed early.
Yep, Jeremy will probably be in our party. We got a little squad. I'm definitely the worst on the team, but it's fine. I'm actually getting a lot better. I will say that. I'm getting a lot better. Andrew says that I've been in training, but I'm making improvements. I'm having fun. Okay, so we both have some upcoming trips.
Yes, I leave today for mine.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, we are going to South Padre for the holidays.
Have you ever been before?
Not to Padre. The furthest I've been is Galveston. That was on a girls' trip, and I remember we drove through the night because we went down like near New Orleans, but not all the way. To this like super narrow like stagecoach road that was haunted, and it was creepy as fuck. And then drove to Galveston to the killing fields, the Texas killing fields, which we could not locate because of just like building progress. Like they've built houses over all of them by now. And like we're driving over the bridge and one of the girls is like, where are we? Like the sun's coming up. It's 7 a.m. and we're like, oh, we're in Galveston. And they're like, oh, okay. So we all get out and walk along the beach for a little while.
Oh, cool. So it was like an accidental.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I've never been that far south, Texas. But I know a lot of people go fishing there specifically. Yeah,
forecast is like 70s every day. I think there's one day that gets up to 80. I'm like, yes. After all the cold we've had, I'm here for it.
Are you driving?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're taking the uke?
Yeah. Yeah, since my in-laws are going with us.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yep.
Bam trip. Sweet. Well, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I still have a couple weeks for mine, so I'm, trying to lose a couple pounds. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I have a new conspiracy theory for us.
Okay.
Have you heard of the USS Eldridge?
I feel like I heard about it in Outer Banks.
Okay, I haven't watched the new season, so maybe it's also in Loki, apparently.
Okay.
The USS Eldridge is known as like the Philadelphia Experiment conspiracy theory. Apparently it's like from the 1940s. It's like a battleship destroyer, like badass ship, okay? It goes completely missing. And the conspiracy theorists think that it like went through a time warp, time traveled, like it completely disappeared. It was supposedly this ship that could like escape sonar. Like it was like a very advanced level ship for the time. Let me look up exactly what they said. My notes. Yeah, there it is. 1943. Cannon-class destroyer escort in the Navy. It launched in 1943, decommissioned in 1946, and it went missing. Completely missing. No one knows where it is. And here's the deal. No one, like, ships like that don't really go missing. Like, they sink or they get, like, put into museums. Like, I've personally visited multiple of those,
Yeah.
like, on trips. Anyways, apparently there's a whole movie about this and everything from the 80s. It was supposedly made invisible, teleported from Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia, and so that's why they called it the Philadelphia Experiment. Norfolk is like the head of the Navy as well, which was pretty cool. We went there when we went to Outer Banks, actually, because it's the closest airport, and then you have to drive a couple of hours. Yeah. And we were up in a lighthouse and got to see an aircraft carrier, which the guy there was like, that's super rare. You don't get to see that. That was cool as shit. Those things are massive. It's really cool to see that stuff in person. Anyways, you see it on Top Gun, but yeah, so apparently the whole reason I'm bringing up this conspiracy theory is because people think that they have now spotted this ship off the coast of New Jersey, right where all these fucking drones are flying about. So let's talk about the drones. The government is not saying anything about these. Pretty much they're saying they don't know. It's not a threat, I think is what they've said, right? It's not nothing to worry about. But videos are everywhere of these drones all over New Jersey. There's upstate New York. There's now sightings like in Jacksonville, Florida. In my mind, though, they're all really close to military bases.
Exactly. That's what Jeremy says too. He's like, that's where all of the like the military intelligence stuff is. He's like, I guarantee it's on a like need to know basis. And obviously the US people don't need to know, except they're attempting to shoot these down. So you might want to just be like, hey, it's some military training. You don't need to know about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
say
just
something.
Routine. Training exercises, all they'd have to say, and people would quit shooting them. You know, the rednecks, if you start going those over the South, they're going to get shot. Because people are going to think that it's Chinese spying on them. I'm not kidding. They will. And the thing is, people are remembering that balloon. Do you remember the Chinese spy?
Totally not a spy balloon.
Balloon. Yeah. The whole spy thing that they were like shooting it down and all this crap. And I'm like, this is what the American people's last interaction with something flying in the sky was. Like, you have to tell everyone if it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So that's been going on for a couple of weeks now, and they still haven't like addressed anything.
Nope. And then they were supposed to, I don't know if it was the people or the police or military, who it was, but they were supposed to be shooting them down either last night or the night before. I don't think that happened. There was one that supposedly crashed a couple days ago. I think the 11th or something like that. I guess over a week ago. So they like blocked off the road so you couldn't get access to go see it. But they were there for over 12 hours. Within an hour, a huge like hazmat vehicle showed up. They possibly loaded something into it and it drove away, covered, like nobody could see anything. And then they still wandered around for another like 11, 12 hours looking for something, but kept telling the people, oh, it's nothing to worry about. I'm like, if it's nothing to worry about, why are you wandering around for 12 hours searching for something in hazmat suits if you don't think it's anything to be concerned about?
That makes me think, what if it's aliens?
Exactly.
Because they've confirmed, number one, aliens are real. They have alien body parts. They have aircrafts, whatever. People can say that this is conspiracy all you want. Look it up. The government has confirmed aliens are real. Number two, they've confirmed they're in the fucking ocean. They won't say how. They say they have video footage. They have artifacts. They have everything, but they won't show us nothing. Yeah. So those two things have already been confirmed. Then we have these drones. I wonder if maybe they are friendly. I don't know. Yeah. I'm assuming if they've already, like, that there is. I mean, anyone who believes that they're not, I'm sorry, you're naive. If you think that we are on a floating rock in the space, which we can't even understand how big space is. Anytime I think about space, my head hurts because it's so fucking big. And you think we're the only people out there? You're naive.
No
I'm
way.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't convince, just like the moon. Don't even get me started on the fucking moon. Anyways.
That reminds me of I watched that movie. On.
Oh yeah, I need to watch it.
It's
Fly
so
Me to
good.
the Moon. It's really about faking the moon landing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a true story.
Literally.
And
I love Woody Harrelson in it.
Woody Harrelson, I love him.
Because he's just like, yeah, this is what the government does. And it's funny because I get to portray it and it's real, but I have to pretend it's not.
Love it. No, I need to watch it. Jesse and I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll watch it on New Year's or something.
I died seeing that Colin Firth is in it. I was like, oh my god, of course he is.
Wait, did Marcello play Luigi on SNL? Did you see?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Everyone was calling for that guy who played Domingo. Sure. I'm like, he could totally do it.
Yes.
But SNL maybe, I mean, they will cross lines, but maybe that's one they won't cross. I don't know.
Nah.
I think SNL doesn't have a moral compass, maybe.
No.
And that's why it's stuck around for so long. It's been the only thing that is literally non-prejudiced, roasting everyone and everything.
That and The Simpsons.
The Simpsons, yes, for sure.
And The Simpsons actually predicted, which, I mean, we didn't see it, but they predicted there was supposed to be an huge internet outage on the 15th, which didn't happen. But there's some other predictions that are supposed to happen before the end of the year, and I'm like, let's see if any of these actually happen.
They've predicted like every president since what, like the past 10? It's insane since they started. I think the Simpsons creator is like
a time traveler.
No, yeah, he's like a time traveler and he likes fucking with us.
Oh yeah.
Like he has I would do it. Fuck yeah, I'd do it. I'd have fun with it.
And it gets people watching.
I just need to know, does XRP really go to the moon? Because if it does, I'm buying all of it. I need to let me know.
Blink if you got some info for us.
Comment $1 on this video if XRP goes to the moon. Okay, that's all. I feel like that's my whole TikTok page right now is cryptos. Honestly, I have a lot of cryptos. I have way more money in crypto than I should, but I genuinely think that the way that the government's talking, no matter what you think, whether you're for it or against it, the future's crypto, guys. It is. Like, and they're saying XRP is going to be the next one. I don't know how true it is. I bought some. We'll see.
All right. I'll have to make my order today because I just got my instant deposit.
Look at XRP because this is what they're saying, okay? This is not usual things we talk about on the pod, but we're talking about current events, okay, guys? XRP is an American-made coin, whereas all the other ones are like Dubai or China. Mm-hmm. And Trump went to the New York Stock Exchange, rang the bell, and said, I want the U.S. to be the leader in crypto. No matter if you like the guy or not, okay? He's about to be the president. So when he talks about crypto and you want to make money, listen, okay?
Yeah.
His son stated that they're going to make, like his dad's plan, Eric, not Barron. Barron's 18 at college.
Young, yeah.
Eric, and not Don Jr. either, stated that they want to make American cryptos not taxable income. You don't pay cap gains or anything, which is insane because American crypto, there's like a couple that this TikToker listed. XRP is the big one. It's been around the longest, and it is just got approved like 2 days ago by Amazon, so you can start using it to pay at Amazon. The thing that it's tied to got approved by the Treasury as like a currency for the US, which I'm like, okay, so it's like the first one that is passed like the US, and so they're like, guys, it's like cheap as shit right now. It's like 20-40 cents. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to be a crypto expert. I Google a lot. I buy some when it's down. I have some Doge. I have some Shiba. I had a bunch of Safe Moon. I didn't transfer. I'd be a freaking millionaire if I would have done that. Yeah, I got a little bit of Ethereum, I got a little bit of everything. But I personally believe that the future is crypto. It really is. Like, everything's digital, everything's online. Like, no one carries cash anymore. Crypto's like the new version of the credit cards, in my opinion, or debit cards. Like, it's just gonna be everyone just has, like, on their phone you transfer. Like, that's how it's gonna work. Yeah. Mark my words. So anyways, that's all I'm seeing on my For You page. Buy XRP, buy XRP. It's bullish, it's bullish. I don't know what bullish means, but I bought some.
Yeah.
So anyways, and even if it becomes, here's the deal too, is the last rant on this. If it's not, like, this is approved, and it's not taxable income, let's say I have 700 shares that go to $100,000, bruh, that's a bunch of money I don't pay fucking taxes on. That is insane. Insane. Yeah. But you know what I'm going to do with that money? I'm going to buy shit, which will in turn help the economy. So I think that's the thought behind it. Who wants American people to, like, spend more money because the economy's bad? It's an interesting take on that. So anyways, here's my crypto rant for the day. Did you look it up?
Yep, I looked at them. I just bought some.
Did you?
Yeah, oh my God. I got my email because on the like twice a month I just do an automatic deposit and it gives me my auto credit. So I'm like, I got $20 to spend on stocks,
get some crypto. So. To me, like, even my health savings account through work, my work gives me, like, so much for free, and then I add, like, so much and it's a tax deduction, and plus I can use it for, like, ibuprofen or just regular Pepto, like, shit you buy, but you can also use stocks. So in girl math in my head, that's not my money. That's free money for me to gamble with, for me to play with stocks. So my whole health savings account's in freaking stocks and shit. Just fuck around. I tried to pay for my glasses the other day, and my health savings account wouldn't work, and I'm like, fuck, I didn't sell any in the stock. They're all stocks. So I had to use my I'm like, what's the point of this if I can't even? I need to sell some just to keep for actual medical purchases. But yeah, I have LCX as well as another one. I have 238 shares of XRP. Damn. But I bought it a little bit ago. Before I've already kind of made some money on it, so I didn't pay what it would cost now. Yeah, so that's exciting. Keep watching it. I just
saw Bitcoin's up over 103,000 today.
Highest it's ever been.
Fuck yeah. I'm like, man, if I hadn't sold when it was at like 40,000, I'd have so much money right now.
I don't know if you remember the Safe Moon thing. This was in like 2020. Like, I think this was COVID time. It was when we lived in Centerton. There was this, everyone was like, this crypto called Safe Moon. It was literally like 10 zeros one. Okay. Jesse and I put like $500 in there, which obviously is like a shit ton of shares if it's like 10 zeros one. Well, you had to like transfer it. You had to take it from one, move it to another. I didn't get the memo, and it dropped like 5 zeros. So, like, you know, that doesn't sound like a lot of money, but when you 500, you drop, that's like, it was like thousands and thousands of dollars. I think we added up, it was going to be a couple 100,000 that we would have gotten had we known to migrate it. That's the word, migrate it. And that makes me so fucking sick. Yeah. Wish I would have known. I don't know how you know, though. That's why I use Coinbase now and not, like, the buying it myself. I'm not an expert about that shit. Trust Wallet, you can, like, just buy it on the normal market. It's, like, not a third party, but I switched to the third party because I just want the extra level of protection, I think. Risky. Maybe that's not smart of me, but... Anyway, should we talk about these 5 books?
Yeah.
Time to get into the meat and potatoes.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to say we're going to spoil them.
All 5.
All 5.
They're very short, so, you know, you read a couple pages and it's spoiled. But... yeah. Okay. Under the Mistletoe Collection. The first book in the collection is Cruel Winter with You, Ali Hazelwood. I like Ali Hazelwood. I'm going to start by saying that. And I realized, comparing her to these other 4 authors, I really like Ali Hazelwood. I don't know if you have the same thoughts.
Yeah, same.
My note for this was, I need a full book of this. And then bro is dedicated. I can't decide if it's psycho or impressive, but I like it.
Yes.
And the funny part I put was 10 inches really isn't that much. They made that reference like a few times in the book, and it just made me giggle. Like, it was just a little
Yeah.
sprinkle of comedy.
Yeah.
What did you think
Yeah,
of
I
this
really
one?
liked this one. It was my favorite
Me
of all
too.
of them.
Me too. I put that at the bottom. Cruel Winter with You was my favorite.
Yeah.
I
It was
easily
super
think,
quick, cutesy, like lifelong friends. What they were like secretly in love with each other, and then she moved away, right?
she moved away. She knew how he felt, but he felt like he didn't deserve her yet, and he had to like get his shit together.
Mm-hmm.
He ends up being this tech mogul or whatever.
Kind
But
of like Suit Daddy. Maybe that's why I
yeah,
like it so much.
honestly, he did give me Suit Daddy vibes. I easily think she could have made this in a full book. She could have gone back and forth between the childhood and then the
Mm-hmm.
different points of view. This story could have been. The rest of them, I don't know if they could have been full books. This one, I think she could have built this story out.
Mm-hmm.
From like teenage years all the way up to the night where she pissed him off and all, like,
Yeah.
it could have been the whole like drink or whatever game. Answer the question or drink. What's that they played?
Um, Never Have I Ever.
No, that was in the
Is
other
that what it
book.
was? Oh, jeez.
It was Truth or Drink.
Oh, yeah.
And that whole thing, that could have been a whole book. I almost
Yeah.
wish it was. I
Yeah.
was like, I want
Yes. Yeah. I was really hopeful after reading this one. I was like, oh, if they're all like this, I'm gonna love this whole little short series.
more. Yeah, started off strong.
Yeah.
And then we go to the next one. I still thought this one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Mary Ever After Tessa Bailey. I have read a ton of Tessa Bailey books. She's cheesy with good smut. You probably have a few back there, huh?
Yeah, Secretly Yours. And didn't she write Knock 'em Out?
No, that's Lucy Score.
Oh yeah, yeah. What
I
else
have
did she-
Secretly Yours, Unfortunately Yours, Fangirl Down, Au Pair Affair. I have several Ali Hazelwoods down here too.
Same Time Next Year, Wreck the Halls.
Wreck the Halls is good.
Yes. My Killer Vacation. And she wrote the Bellinger sisters duo. They happened one
Yes.
summer. And
Yes.
Hook, Line, and Sinker.
Those are so good.
And then the Broken Beautiful series, Chase Me, Need Me, Make Me. That one is also short and very spicy.
Spicy. We love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one, I put a note that there was a lot of religious references, and I was wondering if it was because they're in Texas.
Yeah,
and she thought,
I'm sure.
like, she used the word to describe his whole body as biblically huge. And I'd never heard that expression before.
Huh.
Like biblically, like what, like Samson?
Yeah.
The giant that Goliath took down. I don't know. Can you imagine moving to a new place because you stopped there for lunch and there was a giant ant?
Not at all.
That was what
I was like, that's my note. I'm like, girl from out of town moved here for the aunt from her childhood trip with her mom. What?
Yeah. Like, okay, I enjoyed this book, but it definitely started going downhill at this point. Okay. So, one fuck and she's moving in. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, sis. Okay.
That's gotta be good.
Must have been some good dick. I don't know. That's a common trend along these books, my friend. They're short and they get serious real quick. It's insta love. There's no angst. If you are an angst girly, do not read these.
Yeah.
But they're fun. They're good. They're fun. No angst. Period. Okay?
Yeah. They'll help you get to your reading goal. Because that's what I did.
Literally. Bust them bitches out. It's kind of fun for the Christmas spirit too. I'll say that. Like they're all Christmassy. Anything else to add on that one? Or are we gonna start going even more downhill?
No, yeah, like you said, it went 0 to 60. They fell in love, and then like the epilogue is like, oh, we're married and have kids.
Another kid,
what?
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
And she makes all their clothes. Cool.
So weird.
Okay, next one. All by My Elf, Olivia Dade. I had never read any books by this. I'd heard of her, but I've never read any books by this author. I have a lot of complaints. My biggest complaint is they kept calling it a dickmobile and they never fucking described it. I need to know what they're talking about. Is it an Oscar Mayer Wienermobile? Because that's what I pictured.
They said.
Oh.
Yeah, they said it was
a
like an Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, and they changed it and painted it more flesh colored. I don't know why.
Okay.
To look like sausage.
Okay, this is what my next note. Do you really think random people driving down the road would flash people? Like, at the end, the guy just whips his dick out. Who the fuck does that? No! This is a stretch. Okay, the Wienermobile and all the jokes about that's funny. Like, that's good. There's no grown-ass man that's gonna whip his dick out in today's society. He's gonna get told he's sexually assaulting people, indecent exposure. He's gonna end up being a pedophile, because there's gonna be a kid with it. Like, no one's gonna fucking do that. The chicks flashing their tits is way more realistic. But the dick? I'm like, what?
No, I really thought he was, like, because they had said something about, like, mooning, so I was like, okay, maybe he's mooning them, and then I was like, wait, what?
And then she said, mine's bigger? I'm like,
yes, I died.
Maybe he was a grower, not a shower. Leave him alone. Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
And then my other note is mid-30-year-olds being broke, number one, as college professors. In my opinion, everybody that I've seen or known that's a college professor is usually very well paid, 6 figures, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, in the Carla Luna books, I don't know if you finished those, they're all, like, their goal is to be professors because there's such a good salary. So I kind of thought, maybe there's something I don't know, maybe they're smaller colleges, maybe it's whatever, but for them to be, like, broke and then playing literally Never Have I Ever in the back of a wiener, like, I'm like, this, I cannot.
As, like, a side job that they took to, like, supplement their pay, I was just like, this is fucking weird.
And then the whole, she thought that her best friend was dating him, like, that was a plot hole for me, because best friends would talk about that. Like, if you and I were single and there was a guy involved, we would be talking about that every day. Especially if one of us liked him. It wouldn't be like, how could she think that they were trying to keep it on the DL? Like, she'd already told her friend she liked him, and then now she thinks it just wasn't. I think this story was very thrown together. That's my opinion. I don't think the story itself was very thought out.
Yeah, I did not like it. And there were so many fucking puns around the sausage or whatever. Yeah, I was like, ugh, stop.
Yeah, like, it's funny a couple of times. In a 45-minute audiobook, if you use the word wiener 20 times, problem.
Yeah, no.
Literal wiener, because that's the word they were using.
Yeah.
Not dick, cock, penis, none of that. Wiener.
Wiener. Like we're 12.
Literally.
Even my 6-year-old says penis.
Okay. We are ladies that read smut. We say cock, okay?
Yeah, not fucking wiener. That just sounds inappropriate.
It makes me think of that movie, what's it called? Accepted. Ask me about my wiener when he's dressed up as a hot. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Okay, any other notes on that?
No, I hated it.
Okay, now let's go to the fourth one. Merriment and Mayhem. Alexandria Bellefleur. I've never heard of her or read any of her books. Okay, I didn't hate this one as much as the last one. I know you hated this one though, right? Isn't this the one you texted me and said, I fucking hate this one or something?
No, I think it was the 5th one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get to that one. My first note is if they call in the first firefighter call for Port Angeles, and I'm like, Twilight! That's where they go in Twilight.
Yeah.
Of course the firefighter is smoking hot and she's a hot mess express. That's what I put. Firefighters just have this stigma of being very attractive men. And it's just what people think, okay?
Yeah, due to my previous relationships, I have the opposite opinion of firefighters. I'm like, fuck boys. Cheaters. Liars.
She gets the ick.
I'm like, immediately turned off. Stop.
You have PTSD triggering. Specifically related to firefighters. Yeah. Hey, respect what firefighters do. 100%. Yes. Also, here's my next note. Why is every man in books 6'4" or 6'5"? That honestly seems a little inconvenient to me. You can't fit in the car? Okay, I stretch out across my bed. I'm 5'7", and sometimes my feet hang off. How are you fitting in a fucking bed, boy? We can't do anything in tight spaces. It seems super inconvenient. I'm sorry, ladies.
Yeah, no. It's not happening.
No. Okay, I did note the boat light decorations thing in the heart. That actually sounds kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that would be really cool to see, I think. But my next note is I hate how much they use the C word. I'm not saying it on this podcast. I hate that word.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, my note is clumsy bitch who constantly needs saving by the big bad firefighter. It's fate or something, so they fuck in the shower at the firehouse.
Literally. Here, I brought all these firefighters some cookies. Sweet.
To say thank you? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you because you're a fucking dumbass and burnt gingerbread cookies and then got stuck on a roof.
Yeah.
My last note on this one.
That's not fate. That's you being a dumbass.
Literally. You can't fix stupid.
No.
Literally my note said, did their publishers all tell them you gotta make them fall in love after one fuck?
Apparently.
But I put that note and then I thought, okay, they were told probably under so many pages, make it quick, blah blah blah. So they had to. They're all spicy romance authors, so that's just probably naturally how it worked. But at the same time, I'm like,
they couldn't go on a date.
Yeah,
yeah, no.
Any other notes on the big bad firefighter?
No. That was it. Okay.
Last, and not least in my opinion, but maybe yours. Only Santa's in the Building by Alexis Daria. I wanted to say Alexandria Daddario, the actress. I don't know if I'm saying her name right.
Yeah.
Alexandria Daddario, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, this one, it wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't my most hated. It was okay. What did you think?
I only had one note, it's two. What the fuck was that pivot impersonation?
Okay, fair note.
And then the wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like, why? What? Stop! It was so cringy. The whole thing. I was just like, this is fucking stupid, and I hate it.
Super cringy. My first note said, why did I eye roll that he only noticed her when she was all dolled up? Then he says he wanted her for months, ... Convenient. And then it also gave me the ick that he has a cat. I'm sorry. If you were a single man with a cat,
just don't.
Just get a fucking golden retriever, okay? Be a real man and get a dog.
Or even a fish would be better than a cat. I hate cats.
Literally, the only thing to me that is worse than a cat is if you have a snake.
Speaking of firefighters.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Did he have a snake? No, he didn't, Tisha. You're kidding.
A boa.
I told Jesse if he ever brought home a snake, I would literally divorce him immediately. And I am being serious, guys. I joke a lot. I don't fuck with snakes. Literally, there was a dead one in my flower bed, a baby, for some reason. It's cold as shit, so I'm guessing it died.
Mm-hmm.
The other night, I saw it standing out there talking with my mom and my husband, and I didn't say nothing. I just fucking took off running. And my mom knows me well enough to know that reaction is a snake. So she ran the opposite direction as well, and my husband's picking it up. I do not fuck with snakes. Period. If I see one, burn the fucking house down. I will die trying. I have been floating, see a snake in the water, freak out so irrationally, I end up in the water with the snake instead of on my boat. I just don't think straight around them. They freak me out. The devil chose a snake to come down as, and that's all I need to say about them. Of all the animals in the world, he chose a snake. Tells you a lot about the animal. Okay. Then my last note says, okay, maybe he did give her hints and she's just oblivious. I don't think the hints were good enough.
No. Men are not notorious for being clear about what they want. So, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways,
Yeah.
5 books in 24 hours. We'll call it a readathon, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already said our favorite was Cruel Winter with You. I think it's interesting we chose the same favorite. It makes me kind of want to reach on my shelf and get some Ali Hazelwood from back here, because I have read, what is it, Hypothetically Yours?
Yeah. Hers are all STEM focused, which I love.
Yeah. The Love Hypothesis.
Yep.
And then I'm looking.
Love on the Brain.
Love on the Brain. I've read both of those.
Check and Mate.
Yes, I've read that one too. That one was about chess. That one was so good.
Yeah, Bride.
I haven't read
Below
that one.
Zero. Stuck with You. Not in Love. Under One Roof. Loath to Love You.
Okay, I have that one. I just haven't read it. Loath to Love You.
Oh, there's a gamer one.
There's a gamer one?
2 can play.
Oh, man. I wonder if it's on KU. Oh, I have a big-ass Megan Quinn book down here. I just noticed. It's thick. That's what she said.
My exact thought.
When you started giggling, I knew that's what you were thinking.
That's what she said in book 2.
Literally. Okay. Can we talk? Can we go back to that? He just knows he's so... Bro! Okay, guys. In book 2, the biblically huge male apparently has a donkey dong. I don't... The point that they needed to emphasize how it's not just the usual, oh my gosh, she's so big, that you get in every romance book ever. No, it was...
The biggest she's ever seen. He's like...
Can't even fit in her mouth.
Take it all. Yeah.
Just lick the bottom or whatever he said. I'm like, what the fuck? They're just assuming that she's gonna... I'm like... Okay. If you guys aren't watching video, go watch my facial expressions. Because I wasn't talking because I was making faces, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's those. That was actually a fun experience, though. They may have not all been great, but I say it's fun.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they did it. It was good entertainment, good little... But, after that, I think I said last week, after I finished all those, I was like, I need a thriller. I need something besides some tinsel,
Yeah, give me some Lucy Foley.
Yes, Lucy Foley. Wait, who's the other author?
I like Lisa Jewell.
Another one. It's not the one that wrote The Butcher, Jennifer Hillier, which I love her. There was another one I was trying to think of the other day. Oh my goodness. I was trying to think of her to tell someone as a recommendation. She writes... She's like Geneva Rose. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Geneva Rose. Okay. I knew I had a book right there. Okay, yeah, Geneva Rose. So, yeah, instead of going to Ali Hazelwood, maybe I'll go to some Lucy Foley. Actually, I've already read all Lucy Foley's books. I'll go to Geneva Rose. She has a couple I haven't read.
Yeah. Doesn't she have a new one out, too? I feel like there was...
She's...
The Perfect Divorce.
The Perfect Marriage is having a sequel, The Perfect Divorce.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's out yet. I think she just released like a new hardcover edition of The Perfect Marriage. Is it out?
No. April 15th.
Oh, okay.
25.
Damn!
Yeah. She's been teasing that for a hot minute.
Yeah, not me ordering the signed Barnes & Noble exclusive edition with blood dripping on the side of the pages. It looks sick.
Yes.
$30 for a book, though. That's a...
Did you read You Shouldn't Have Come Here by her? I swear I did, but it's not showing my rating.
It's on my TBR. I have this pretty book. Oh, nothing on the pages. I have it. I just haven't read it.
I swear I've read that.
I think we talked about reading it. Apparently, Kristen Hanna is like where it's at. I have 3 books from her. People have wrote like really, really good reviews. Maybe we need to cover one of her books.
Yeah. That's going to bug me. I'm going to have to go back and see because I swear I read that because like I know the cover of it and I know how it ends.
Oh, you do?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've definitely read that. And like the first review that shows up is Geneva's. She rated it 5 stars, obviously. She said, rating this 5 stars because I enjoyed writing it. And I also read it like 10 times. I hope you enjoy reading it too, but I don't recommend reading it 10 times. Once should suffice.
She's hilarious on TikTok. Honestly, I followed her on TikTok long before I read her books because of her husband's reactions to Twilight. Like, she went viral because of that. So funny. Her husband's hilarious.
Oh, man. All right. We got any more notes?
I'm noted out.
What are we doing next week?
Mrs. Claus and the Nightmare Before New Year's.
Yes, by Liz Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So go follow our socials, subscribe to our YouTube or Spotify. We put out new episodes every week. And I think that's it. We will talk to you guys later.
Bye.